What's up YouTube, it's JP Dunphy, your BMW genius here at BMW Fort Washington. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the new iDrive 8 feature called My Modes. So if you have some of the newer ones that have this center console, ta-da! So that's the one you'll find currently in the X1 7 Series, the upcoming X5, the upcoming 5 Series that should be coming out later this year, and X7, iX, basically everything that's not a 3 Series, 4 Series, or 2 Series. Those guys are still getting the older versions, which is Service Pack 18, kind of upgraded to iDrive 8 as opposed to a brand new setup in here. But with that, let's stop talking about that. Let's turn this around and show you exactly what each of these modes kind of does. So let's begin by simply pressing the My Modes option. So when you're in here, you're always going to start, unless you choose otherwise, on personal. This allows you to choose whatever interior color you want, and personal settings throw all out. This also, for your instrument cluster up here, pressing this button right here, allows you to change the most to personalize your layout. Everything from the content in the center, the layout itself between sport, standard, and efficient, as well as the head-up display. With that, let's put this back to the boop, and boop. So this is the personal mode. Now, the second you decide, well, I want a little bit more sportiness, comfort, whatever that might be, you switch to things like your sport option. So when you do that, you get kind of a red interior and all that. This thing also automatically switches to your sport layout. So if I go to my setup right now, you'll see I can't actually change the layout itself. I can still change the center as well as the head-up display, but the layout itself is no longer personalized, so therefore it's not an option. It also, if you look here, gives that same red hue to everything on your options within the car. This doesn't affect things like CarPlay and whatnot, since that's separate from the car, but everything within the car gets this kind of treatment to it. If you switch to, for instance, efficiency, this now instead gives you the efficient color. It's not very easy to see on here. It's kind of a lighter blue. Looks really nice though. I like it a lot. And you get that little bits of gold that go throughout here as well. So the theme that you see on the screen gets measured throughout the rest of the car. This thing switches to your efficiency layout. Again, if I go to actually personalize it, see, I can only change what's in the center and the head-up display. This also, of course, changes your things like your steering weight, throttle response, chassis response, and transmission response. Things that change your experience. If you go one more, expressive. If you have the once opening that guy automatically, this changes everything else again to the same kind of color theme throughout here. Again, it's really hard to see here, but you can see that the lights have changed to match the expressive mode. And if you look over here, it does kind of dance a little bit. Again, hard to see in the daylight, so apologies for that. If you have massage seats in your car, this will automatically turn on your massage seats as well. And if you're in one of the all-electric cars, it changes the actual sound coming from the car itself. You also have, for instance, relax. Relax, of course, gives you softer colors all around, closes this guy to minimize your light coming in, and is just generally very calming. It's like a nice kind of pearlish, non-white, but cream-colored and sand-colored option. And then last but not least, if you really like purple, this puppy will give you a nice purple and kind of electric blue look to it. Love the purple in this. Again, sorry it's not at night. You can see it much more readily at night, but it's a fantastic purple. And again, as the other mode, you can't change the actual layout of this. You can change the content of it though. Each one of these is saved per mode, by the way. So as you sign in, it changes it depending on what yours one is. So if you have another driver profile, things like the center content and head-up display for those, each individual mode is saved per mode under your profile. And that is the My Modes option. Now, if you are not in one of these guys and instead have, for instance, the i4, let's go jump into that real quick. Now, here we are inside the i4. If you're in one of these guys, for instance, you'll notice a slight change. You don't have the My Mode, you still have the physical stick in the middle here. So this is basically a modified version of what we used to call internally as Service Pack 18. That basically means that you only have the 3 modes down here, comfort being your individual mode. So in comfort mode, going to our change options here, you can see have layout and whatnot on here. Let me turn on that head-up display so you can see that option more in here. Sorry about doing this while you're on here, and head up on. There we go. And now head up there. So again, same concept here. You have start, standard. Let's turn this on. Ooh. Standard, sport, and efficiency. Exact same as in the other ones. And similar to the other ones, when you go to, now you only have 3 options: comfort, sport, and eco. Sport mode locks in exactly what you can do there. You can only change the center display in it. So, you know, center content, head-up display. And when you go to Eco Pro, locks you in the wider setup here. And again, you can only change the center content. Does that. And if you're in the main section here, it still does the same thing as in the My Modes for the other car. The only difference is, again, 3 modes versus multiple modes. And that is the quick dive into the My Modes and various driving setups that you have in iDrive 8. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments below. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We do know a good chunk of y'all are not actually subscribed to the channel, but if you took the a little bit of time to just click that little bell icon down the corner there, as well as the subscribe button, then it would mean a whole bunch to us. We greatly appreciate it. You don't even have to click the bell icon if you don't want to see every time we put out a video. I completely understand that. But again, this helps us out greatly, so if you don't mind taking the time to do so, I would greatly appreciate it myself. With that, have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for being with us.